Time for a quick commercial.
That's right, Ellie. This episode is brought to you by Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. And they'll even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. To get started, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm today.
Happy Hump Day, everyone. It's time for my daddy's podcast.
Welcome back to the Lessons for Success podcast. I'm your host, Adam Wardlaw, a middle school science teacher and a high school football coach in South Carolina. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast heard by over 2,000 students, teachers, and coaches worldwide. The goal is to provide quick daily lessons to help you achieve more in your life. Be sure to reach out to the show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok by searching L4S Show or using the hashtag L4S Show. Remember, it's the number 4. If you're listening on an iPhone, be sure to give the show a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts in order to keep our community growing. Now let's start the show. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Albert Einstein. Welcome back, everyone, to the Lessons for Success podcast. Today's episode is another edition of Wednesday Wisdom, and the quote I want to break down comes from renowned genius Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist who developed the theory of relativity, one of the 2 pillars of modern physics. His work is also known for its influence on the philosophy of science. Einstein was born in 1879 and passed away in 1955. His life had a huge impact on the world, and his name still carries a lot of weight because he was known for his genius mind. This quote is important to understand because a lot of people confuse education in the sense of school with intelligence or wisdom. Einstein sets the record straight by clarifying that wisdom comes from a lifelong pursuit of trying to achieve it. Being wise or smart won't specifically come from any test in school, but rather the culmination of all the learning you'll do in your lifetime. I've heard the term lifelong learner before, especially in my profession. Teachers are being sought after who carry this characteristic because those in charge believe that they will be better prospects for the job. But being a lifelong learner also carries over into many, if not all, lines of work. Every job will evolve over time. It's only natural. In order for you to keep up, you'll have to learn new content or skills throughout your career. Life works the same way. In your lifetime, things are going to change a lot, perhaps faster than ever before. You're going to have to learn new skills to handle changes in technology and society in general. Your drive to learn is what will set you apart from others. Challenge yourself to go out and seek new knowledge. Keep pushing yourself to get better. Like Einstein said, wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Well, guys, that's all the time I have on today's episode. What do y'all think about this perspective from Einstein? Let me know by reaching out to the show on any of our social media accounts. We're almost over the hump for the week, so let's finish this week off strong. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow on another episode of the Lessons for Success podcast. Well, folks, that's it for another edition of the Lessons for Success podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember that you can keep up with the show wherever podcasts are found, as well as the newly updated Lessons for Success YouTube channel. Be sure to follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok to keep up with more content from the show. If you haven't already done so, give the show a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. That's all the time I have for today. Be sure to tune in for the next episode of the Lessons for Success show.